Okay, guys, common factoring. So when we are factoring something, we're doing the opposite of what we were doing before. So when we were expanding an equation, we were taking an equation that was in brackets, expanding it out and simplifying it so that it didn't have brackets. When we're factoring something, we're taking the expanded form and we're contracting it. We're putting it into an equation that has brackets. So when we're common factoring, we're looking for something that is common to each of the terms in the equation so that we can factor it. So for example, let's say I'm looking at this question here. I'm going to be looking for two things. First of all, I'm going to be looking for the common factor for each of the numbers in the equation. And second, I'm going to be looking for the common factor in each of the variables in each term. So let's look at the numbers first. So what number goes into 12, 16, 4, and 8? Okay, I know that the number that goes into all four of those numbers is 4. So I'm going to put 4 here. The second thing I'm looking at is the variables. So I have x to the 4th, x squared, x cubed, and x to the 5th. So I know that I'm going to factor out an x, but what exponent's going to be on my x? Well, it's going to be the lowest exponent that's in any of those terms. The lowest exponent in these four terms is an x squared. So this is the number that I'm factoring out of each term. Okay, so then I need to figure out what I need to multiply the first term by to get the 12x to the 4th. Well, I have to multiply 4 by 3 to get 12. So that's what's left over. What do I have to multiply the x squared by to get x to the 4th? Remember our rules of exponents. When we're multiplying something, we're adding the exponents. So I have to add 2 to 2 to get 4. So I'm factoring out x squared. And I can double check that too. So by thinking about how it would multiply out. So 4 times 3 is 12. X squared times x squared is x to the 4th. So I've done that right. Next term, what do I need to multiply the 4x squared by to get 16x squared? Well, I'm going to multiply it by 4. And I'm not going to add anything in the variables because it already is x squared. So I don't need to multiply that by anything to get the 16x squared. So my second term is just 4 by itself. 4x squared. What do I need to multiply 4x squared by to get negative 4x cubed? Well, here I have a 4 in the term already, but it's a negative that I need to get. So I'm going to have to multiply it by a negative 1. So it's going to be negative. The x squared I need to multiply by 1 more. I need to add 1 more to get the x cubed. So it's going to be negative x. Let's double check it. So 4x squared times negative x is going to give me negative 4x cubed. So I've done that right. And my last term, what do I need to multiply the 4x squared by to get 8x to the 5th? Well, I'm going to multiply it by plus 2x cubed. I ran out of room there, but there's going to be a bracket at the end. And that's all there is to common factoring. When you get a little bit more advanced in factoring, there may be other stuff that we do inside the brackets as well. For right now, I just want you guys to concentrate on common factoring. So finding the common factor for each of the terms in the equation so that we can factor that out of that question and then create a question that has brackets in it.